right, YouTube, hold on 1 second. I'll get my daily bias real quick. All right, we're live on TikTok, live on everything else. Okay. All right, YouTube. Market's about to open. Daily bias today. And again, this is just my bias. I just like figuring out what I want to target and the draws and liquidity I want to target and just getting over an overall idea where I want the market to go. Again, it's going to do whatever it wants at the end of the day. So we're just going to stay patient and see if an opportunity presents itself. But today's going to be the last day I trade on my PA accounts because I travel tomorrow. And then Friday, we'll paper trade when I'm traveling. And just the rest of December, I usually take the last 2 weeks off of December anyway. Did it last year. And I think it's the best thing to do. So again, what I want to see right now is I want to see manipulation lower and see if we can continue this uptrend, right? We ended up creating a 4-hour S&T at the low. We ended up seeing, like, as you can see, we have ES formed a low and a lower low. NASDAQ formed a low and a higher low. So NASDAQ's the leading index to the upside. We also have this 4-hour bullish bearish fair value gap up here with this 4-hour high. I want to target this 4-hour high if we keep continuing higher. I'd like to take the trade on NASDAQ if we can. If not, maybe we could target this 4-hour high if NASDAQ wants to come up and take this 4-hour high out. But I really want to see if we come up into this 4-hour bearish fair value gap and continue this uptrend because you can see we broke structure to the upside in the 4-hour time frame. We broke structure to the upside in the hourly time frame. I want to see if we can get a manipulation lower, maybe take out London session low or something like that and continue higher and then go from there. Other than that, we don't have any news today. Trump speaks at 9 p.m., so Trump already spoke. Oh, 9 p.m., 9 a.m., sorry, excuse me. So we don't have to worry about that. So we'll see what today presents. Hopefully we can get some clean movement. If not, then I'll probably end it there for December. We could see yesterday I ended up taking 2 trades. I took 2 small losses. I posted that on the YouTube in the trade recap. I'm honest with you guys. And yeah, I mean, we're break even basically on the week now. We were up, but we're still up on the month. So we'll see what today presents. I'm not scared to take a trade today. I want to see if we can get an opportunity. But I'd like to see a manipulation lower and then continue this uptrend. Targeting that 4-hour fair value gap above. I feel like that'd be a good spot we could target. We also have this hourly fair value gap that we're coming into, but I would think the 4-hour fair value gap would be more powerful above with that 4-hour draw on liquidity. So again, we're getting that manipulation lower right now, market open. We'll see what we get. Let's see if we come out, take out London session low or something like that. And yeah, we'll see what the market presents today. What up, Brian? What up, Pluto? Oh, shit. I'm muted. On. Hello? Hello? Shit. My bad, guys. I updated my computer last night and it took my mic off everything, I guess. It even happened in my YouTube trade recap last night. I had to film it twice. So that's my bad. Do you want me to re-explain what I was saying about my bias or no? I did it for the YouTube. The YouTube, we should be good. Maybe, let me see. TikTok, I might not have. Yeah, I don't think my mic's there. Hello, 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 hello. Oh my god. Display, go, alert, image. I don't even know how to do this on TikTok, man. I gotta, I'm gonna end myself. Not, hold on. I updated my computer last night and this shit happens. How do I switch my microphone? Camera, display, image. Settings, baby. Ay, ay, ay. Settings. Advanced audio settings. Okay, it's on headset. Yep. What's the name of this thing? I think it's called like the Hyper something. Hyper X. Okay, that should work. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Penis. All right, we're good. Okay, there we go. No, Mr. T Long, I wasn't, but again, I'm just gonna see what today presents. I have my broker up. I want to see if we can get something today. Today's definitely gonna be my last day. Um, but if we get something nice, I'll take it. Still gonna take it with a small position size and then go from there. But today's definitely gonna be my last day of trading on the PA counts. Friday, I'll probably go live for you guys, but I'll paper trade. But tomorrow, if you guys want to go live in the live trader section together, you guys can. It's totally up to you. But you should be able to talk in there and everything. But today's going to be the last day. I look for an opportunity to trade. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll go from there. But definitely taking off after today, especially the last 2 weeks, because that's what I did last year. So, again, but before I was explaining my bias, and you guys didn't hear it, if you want to hear it, we'll go over it real quick. But we formed a 4-hour SMT at the low. I'd like to see if we continue this uptrend because we broke structure on the 4-hour time frame on NASDAQ. We didn't on ES yet. But again, NASDAQ's the leading index to the upside, so I'm paying attention to that. But we broke structure in the hourly time frame. Broke structure on the hourly time frame. I want to see if we get a manipulation lower, taking that London session low or something like that, and targeting this 4-hour bearish for value gap with this 4-hour high above. I want to see if we could do that. But again, like I said yesterday, I probably was going to be done trading. But today I'm coming into with the mindset of not trading. I'm going to be very picky with my trades. I need to see my confidences align, and then we'll take a trade if we get an opportunity. But if we don't, and it looks like we're going to chop around, I'm not going to trade. So go from there. But that's my bias right now. We'll see what happens. The market's going to do whatever the hell it wants. So we'll see what we get. Capiche? Capuche. Good morning, 718. Wait, Apex is running another deal? I didn't even know that. $25 reset fee? I never heard of that one. Shit, these guys are getting crazy. Listen, if you guys ever pay for a regular account with Apex, I'm gonna hit you with the chop suey sandwich. Do never pay $180 for an eval with them. Just wait for the discount codes. That's crazy. They're doing a 90% off and an 80% off back to back. Like yesterday, it ended yesterday, like at 11 o'clock. That's crazy. So the reset fee is usually what? Isn't it $75? That's crazy. So even if you buy the account with the 80% deal, so what's the 80% deal make it? Like $56? 39? Oh my, so you don't even have to pay the 39 again, you can just pay the reset fee for 25. What's the activation fee? 65? Oh my god. Of course they run these deals. Of course they run them when we have 20 accounts. So nice of them. Listen, use code TMastro. I'm kidding. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. Okay, I guess we're just going to dump on market open. Again, for all the new people, I wish I could play music, but I get copyrighted on YouTube, and they don't push out my content. So if you got headphones, you might want to just put in your own music and just vibe out. I want to see if we can react off these London session lows, or if we're just going to pile drive through them. We're not forming a 4-hour S&T, are we? We might be. Ooh, we are. No, we already took those out on NASDAQ. Perform an hourly SMT off of it. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna stay patient today, like I said. Because again, I did post on my story, like Mr. T Long said, I was gonna be done for the rest of the year. Because I wanna just again, December is a little bit of a tricky month. I don't care what anybody says. So I'd rather not put my accounts at risk, but we'll see. If we just keep dumping, we inverse this 4 hour also. Wow. See what we get. I'm gonna stay patient right now. Yeah, I want to look for longs too, but again, stay patient. Stay patient. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. All right, we got 10 people in. I want to see if we can get back to 22. I want to beat our record of 22, but we had a lot of the beginner people like just disappear. And if you're watching my YouTube, where the fuck you go? They get so motivated to trade, and then they say they're gonna give it their all, and then all of a sudden, after a month or two, they're gone because they notice that you don't get rich right away. That's how it goes. Are we just gonna keep dumping? There's no news either. Let's see if we end up respecting this hourly fair value gap right here. Still got 17 minutes till 10 a.m. candle closure. So let's see. Let's see if we want to come out and take out maybe these hourly lows. And then we could start continuing up higher. Or if we just want to keep dumping. If we keep want to dump, I'm not going to place a trade today. Again, I'm not saying that if you want to take a sell position and you see something, that doesn't mean you don't have to take it. Like, again, that's just me, okay? Because my bias, I want to be bullish. Do you guys want me to start doing giveaways again next year for the people who were in here before when I did it? I think there's a way where I can just activate an Apex account and then just send it to you guys instead of doing the Cash App. So if I could figure that out, you want me to do it again? We could do like a giveaway every month or maybe two. If you would like that, I could end up doing it again. let's see if we want to come into this 5 minute or disrespect it. Let's see. I'm gonna unmark London session lows right now because I would have liked to have seen a reaction off of them already. I think we're probably gonna come to these hourly lows the way it's looking. Let's see if we can form like a 5 minute S&T or 15 minute S&T off of this. All right, we took it out on NASDAQ. Let's see if we just want to keep tanking down. Dude, if I had a time machine, fuck like doing gambling and stuff like that. I'd just go back and just write down days like this and just say freaking full port short right at market open. And just write down the date in a book. 200 points. Bang. This is crazy. Seven p.m. All right, let's see if we get something off of this. What up, W? W, what's your full name? Because I can't see it. I'm just going to stick with W. It's your new nickname. Or is it just W? Oh, okay. Warner? Did I say it right? Jesus, I just shit my pants. It's going. It's going. Nothing yet. We've just been dumping. I'm just going to stay patient. Today's probably my last day on my PA accounts, though. We're going to save them for next year. But basically break even on the week right now. But no trade tomorrow because I travel. Friday, we'll paper trade together while I'm wherever I'm at. And then next week, all paper trade. Market closes early on the 24th. No market on the 25th. And then paper trade on Friday. Paper trade all these days. And then get ready for the new year. And then let's make $1 million next year. Yes, sir. I really want to see what the markets are going to be like with the 2023-5 or something like that, whatever it's called. I think it's still going to be the same or even better personally, but I kind of want to see because it's never been done before. So it's going to be interesting. What the fuck? Oh, I didn't mark out this hourly high. NQH 2026. Huh? What are you saying? Like the contract? Are you talking about what are you talking about next year? You talking about the rollover contract? Carpet? I just heard about. Yeah, no, that's like the NQH 2026. That's like the next rollover contract. So that's what if you should be looking at on your trade of eight. Yeah, yeah. So there's 4 rollovers every year. I don't want to fuck up the dates for you. For S and P and NQ. Wing Wong probably knows it. Yeah, there's a contract cycle. So for both ES and NASDAQ, you trade on the quarterly future cycle. So there's March, June, September, December. So NQH right now will be from December to March. We'll be trading that. And then there'll be another rollover from September to December, and then another rollover from June to September, March to June. So there's 4 rollovers every year. We're talking about the rollover contracts, Wing Wong. All right, we might get something here. Let's see. ES took out this first hourly high. NASDAQ took out the second one, so we could form an S&T off of it. I'd like to see if we could form a 15-minute S&T, or if we can inverse to start off, inverse this 5-minute fair value gap. But we'll see if we end up forming that 15-minute. If we form that 15-minute fair value gap, I want to wait for that 15-minute fair value gap to get inversed if we want to continue to the upside. But again, we do have a 4-hour bullish fair value gap down here. We could want to target this. I'm going to exit out this S&T. I just feel like that's not in play anymore because it probably isn't in play because we took out this 4-hour high. So we'll see. We'll see. We might form a 4-hour S&T to the downside at 10 a.m. We got 7 minutes. Let's see. Now, come on, it's time for the upside. I'm hoping. I am hoping. But if not, and we'll see. I really don't want to go short, especially that since we've already dumped 200 points. We've dumped 203 points on NASDAQ on market open. So again, when we dump like that, I don't want to take a trade after moving that far down. I'd rather get an entry somewhere like up here, right? Instead of just taking it at the bottom. So I feel like my opportunity's already missed to go short. And we also have a 4-hour bullish fair value gap we could react off of, a 4-hour low we could react off of. I'd rather just stick with the plan. And if it doesn't present itself, we call it for the year. Mask away carpet. When you pass an account and it's like, pass an account, is it necessary to trade at least a day? No, there is, I'm pretty sure with Apex, that's the one I personally use, you have to trade once, I think, within a 30-day window. I'm pretty sure. It might be 30 or 90 days. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's 30 to 90 days. We'll see. Let me give you an honest answer. Okay, never mind. No mandatory activity requirements. Apex does not require you to trade every certain amount of days on a PA account. You can step away for weeks or even longer without the account being closed or inactive alone. Subscriptions continue regardless, even if you do not trade. The monthly PA fee still runs. Okay, so no, I guess you're not. And technically, when you activate like the PA account, like it's technically, if you Carpet, you're new to this, so if you do use Apex, make sure you don't pay the monthly. It's like $85 per account in the monthly for the PA accounts. Just do the one payment and done. It's more expensive, but people do that and they try and trick people into doing it, so they're gonna keep paying more down the line. But again, once you get past like an eval and you have the option to activate your PA accounts, just do the one-time activation fee. Like right now with the deal with the 80% off, it's like $65. Usually it's $140. Yeah, and then it's only 10 cents every 10 years. So make sure you do that one. A lot of people make that mistake and they do the monthly because they don't want to pay that extra on the first activation, and then it fucks them in the future. Yeah. Like Wing Wong said. All right, we got three minutes until 10 a.m. candle closure. Let's see if we might form this 15-minute S&T off of this hourly low. And then I'd like to see a 5-minute break of structure on ES and a 5-minute inverse fair value gap on NASDAQ. We might get this. But let's see. We are going to probably form this 15-minute bearish fair value gap, though. So I actually might want to wait till that 15-minute bearish fair value gap gets inversed. But let's wait. We got potential here. Let's see. Yeah, no, Carper, you got plenty of time. Listen, dude, the best advice I could give you, and a lot of people don't fucking listen. I didn't listen when I first was getting mentored by people. Dude, just paper trade right now. You said you're like 2 months in. Don't put your real money at risk yet. I know you want to make money, but again, it's just better emotionally wise. So just keep grinding every day, figuring out trading, and you'll know when you're ready. You'll know when you're showing profitability, when you start hitting trades. And then once you figure that out, it's time to hop in with probably a funded account, not live funds right away. That's what I did when I first made I made a big amount of money on crypto, like 100,000, and I was an idiot, dude. I jumped into the Forex markets and thought I was a god and knew how to trade. It was just beginner's luck, and I ended up losing most of it. So, just some advice. There's something like I really feel like there's something called beginner's luck in trading, dude. The hard part's being like profitable consistently. That's the hard part to figure out, because I feel like that comes down to psychology and emotions with money and everything. It just makes it different. But everybody's different. Everybody's on their own journey and shit. So, all right, let's see. We got 52 seconds. It's definitely a fun ride. Just gonna put that out there. There's gonna be a lot of ups and downs, but it's worth it. It's worth it. All right, 30 seconds. I'm going to stay on the 15-minute time frame right now. Never try snowboarding. About the same thing. Yeah, you fall on your ass for 2 years and break your tailbone. All right, let's see. 10 seconds. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Where's that hourly high? That's there, right? We're gonna go off this one. Sorry. All right, we formed it. 15-minute S&T formed. But we did break structure on the 5-minute time frame on ES. We are respecting this 5-minute fair value gap, but we did create this 15-minute. I'm more focused on this 15-minute now. We have a big 15-minute fair value gap right here. I'm not going to get too excited yet. We did break structure to the upside in the 5-minute on ES. But I'm staying patient. NASDAQ's still bearish on the 5-minute. Yeah, we do have that fair value gap down below too.
Order fell. Guys, where are you from? You stop. Order fell.
I'm going to try and make a sick vlog for when I travel. What did you say? About yesterday's history, tomorrow's history, today. Tonight's about the present. Mr. Uwe. Oh. We did form 1-minute SMT. No, dude, this is literally like the same setup I ended up taking yesterday. I'm not taking a shit. Literally the same setup I took yesterday. We literally like barely tapped the 15-minute fair value gap. We formed a 1-minute SMT, and then we did an inverse fair value gap. And I waited for a retrace into a fair value gap we had up here, entered, and I targeted the lows, and I ended up getting skunked. We ended up coming into the 15-minute fair value gap 2 more times. So let's just see. Let's see if we could save ourselves some money here. I'm waiting. Watch it play out this time, though. And we had equal lows yesterday. Put that in mind. We had equal hourly lows. Any plans for Christmas? Yeah, just spend time with the family. I want to go to I'm going to New York for a little bit. So, but how about you? Just spend time with the family and try and enjoy the holidays. That's the plan. We did form that 4-hour SMT to the downside. Wing Long is right. ES is the leading index right now. Let's see if we want to come up into this 15-minute fair value gap one more time and maybe get a reaction off. Look at this. Look, we did the exact same thing as yesterday, dude. We need to fill this 15-minute a little bit more. We got a 5-minute high in here? No. We did form that 4-hour S&T. Listen, I'm going to give it till 10:30. And if I don't get anything by 10:30, I'm cutting it and I'm going to end it for the year. And I'm sticking to that today. Yesterday, I said the same shit and I ended up taking a trade like an idiot and losing a little bit more money. Okay? Girlfriend's going to Mexico without me. Was she going to see her family or something? Or is she just going to go? All right, hold on. We formed a 5-minute high. We did form that 4-hour SMT. Let's see if we want to come up, sweep this 5-minute high, retrace into the 15-minute fair value gap, and then continue lower. I'm going to look at that. But for me to want to be bullish, I want to inverse this 15-minute fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame. But let's see if NASDAQ wants to break structure to the upside in the 5-minute. Listen, this 15-minute SMT could have formed just to push us up into this 15-minute fair value gap as a retrace. I consider this 15-minute SMT. I'm going to exit out now because we're into this 15-minute fair value gap, but we do have that 4-hour SMT to the downside. But let's see what we get off of this. And ES already took out this 5-minute high. Where's equilibrium? Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hello. We formed a 1-minute SMT off of that 5-minute high. Do we want a 1-minute break of structure to the downside? Listen, like I said, I need my confluences to align for today to take a trade. I'm going to be picky with it. Right now, I need to see a 1-minute break of structure to the downside, 1-minute fair value gap, equilibrium fill, bearish candle close out of it, target the lows if we want. But I'm going to stay patient. We formed a 1-minute SMT off of the 5-minute high, coming into a 15-minute fair value gap with a 4-hour SMT, right? To the downside. And we have a 4-hour bullish fair value gap down below. Break structure. Do we want to get a retrace? Still didn't inverse this fair value gap yet. I'm not entering off the break of structure. I don't like this risk to reward right now. Formed another 1-minute. Staying patient. Let's see if we come into the first presented fair value gap. I want to see if we can form a low here so we can mark out equilibrium and come into the first presented in the 50% level and then show a bearish reaction out of it. Same thing on NASDAQ. We can go target equilibrium. Okay. I'm gonna wait. I want this first presented fair value gap in equilibrium. Pluto, you're in longs. Let's see if this wants to go without us or not. It's looking like it might. Listen, I'm going to X out this 1 hour right now, so it's not in our way. We know we swept out a 1 hour draw. I'm going to mark this as a 15-minute low. And just keep that in mind. I'd like, if we can get into a trade, for that to be the first take profit and then target that other hourly low. But I'd like to see my first presented fair value gap get hit. I'm going to pay attention to the 1 minute right now. We did form that 4 hour SMT to the downside. That would make me want to think we can come in and fill in this 4 hour bullish fair value gap. For me to be bullish, though, I want to see this 15-minute fair value gap get inverse. Formed equal highs on ES in the 1 minute. Those should get hit. See if those get ran through and we come into this 1 minute and 1 minute equilibrium. $7.5 points. I'm not in anything yet. Just mapping it out. I just don't want to get caught in chop. I don't like this. You really gonna make me enter this trade, motherfucker? Motherfucker. Oh my gosh. All right. Last trade of December. Let's see what we get. Last trade of December. I'm in. Let's see what we get. Let's see if it plays out today. My break even's going to be here. First take profit's going to be this 15-minute low, 6841. I'll put mine at 6.8. Let me put my stop loss first. Hold on. I'm going to put my stop loss at this body up here. 6841 will be my first take profit. I'm going to put it at 6844, and then final take profit will be 6835. I'm going to put it at 6837. We'll see how she goes. I wanted that first presented fair value gap. We'll see how she goes. I went in 2 micros, risking 9 points. So let's see what we get. If we inverse this 1 minute fair value gap, probably going to get cooked. But we'll see if we want to respect it. So I'm risking $90 per account. I'm risking 1.8K here. So regardless, we'll end the month up. But we'll see. Let's see if we want to respect this 1 minute fair value gap. I would love to see us respect this and start flushing through. We'll see. Let's see if today's trade plays out. Come on, baby. Don't put me in the chop. 15-minute fair value gap gets filled. 4-hour SMT. 1 minute SMT off of a 5-minute high in the 15-minute fair value gap. There's nothing not to like about it, okay? So it's a setup. It's there. Our confidence is aligned. We waited for our first presented fair value gap to get filled and equilibrium, get a bearish reaction off of it. We waited for confirmation. We got it. Nothing else we could do. Nothing else we could do. Let's put our stop here above this candle high. Because if we inverse this 1 minute, we're probably going to get cooked, but we'll see. And we're coming to our break even. Let's see if we want to form an SMT off this 1 minute low, and then we'll go from there. All right, ES took it out. See if NASDAQ wants to take it. See if we form a 1 minute SMT off of this. We came to our break even level. So I'm going to put my stop down a little bit to above this high. So risking less, reducing risk, reducing risk. First take profit's a little bit higher than that 15-minute high. It's going to be at 44.25. So I'm going to have it at this low. Let's see if we form a 1 minute SMT off of this. If we do, I might cut one position and just secure something. And it looks like we're gonna. Whoop. Whoop. All right, we formed a 1 minute SMT. I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna hold this. I'm going to secure one here. And then we're going to let this baby run. I'm going to secure one here. And I'm going to put my stop above this high. Just because we formed a 1 minute S&T. And then we're going to let it run to that last low. Just because we came to our break even, we formed a 1 minute S&T off that low. If we want to run, we're going to run. But let's see if we could save ourselves some money too. We already secured a little bit of money, but not a lot. But we're going to let that last runner run do its thing. So I secured one here below our break even because we formed a 1 minute S&T. And then we're going to let our last runner run all the way to full TP. Just because I don't want to get caught in chop like yesterday. See, here we go. So no risk on this trade. It's either we get stopped out at break even or, yeah, that's about it. Got stopped out. All right, we got stopped out. Still made $11 per account on it. So what is that? 11 times 20. Still made $220. But listen, the reason why I managed that trade, how I managed it, remember when we came into yesterday, guys? Yesterday did the same exact shit with this December price action. We are consolidating right now. If you look on the 1 minute time frame, we're consolidating in this range. We hit our break-even level. I secured one profit, and I kept my stop loss a little bit above this high. Ends up still making profit. There was no risk on the day here. Look, see? We formed that 1 minute S&T at the low. I wanted to flush straight through that. It didn't happen, so I secured one profit. Just because, again, it looks like we're consolidating right now. We could come back up and fill this 15-minute fair value gap and then maybe even inverse it and go to the upside. But I want to see if NASDAQ wants to even break structure to the upside first. But I think we managed that well. We waited for our confirmation to add up. So again, we're still up $200. Again, it's nothing, but it's a break-even trade. Here, I'll show you guys. It's a break-even trade, but 233, it's 11 something per account or something like that. So, again, look at this. Come on. W exit or no? We trusted it, but I feel like we managed it well. I just didn't like how we formed that 1 minute S&T because NASDAQ was the leading index, right? I wanted NASDAQ to come down and just flush through this low. But I was overall wanting to see NASDAQ come down to this 4-hour fair value gap. So I'm going to screenshot this right now and put it in the chat. Just for proof. Because you guys know I'm a scammer. I did like that trade though, guys. That's a setup I've seen play before many times. We had a 15-minute fair value gap. We formed a 4-hour S&T at the high. We came into that 15-minute fair value gap, swept out a 5-minute high in that 15-minute fair value gap. I scaled down to the 1 minute time frame. We ended up forming a 1 minute S&T off that 5-minute high. We get a break of structure to the downside. We get 2 fair value gaps. Wait for our first fair value gap. Presented fair value gap fill and equilibrium. Get selling pressure out of it. Entry. I put my stop a little bit above this high. And then, yeah, went from there. So, but again, I just don't want to get caught in chop. Like we could see that we're consolidating. I don't like this. I don't want to trade this. We could see that NASDAQ broke structure to the upside. Did we break structure to the downside yet? I mean, ES? No, we didn't. Did NASDAQ break structure to the upside? No. But like, look at the 5-minute. Like, we don't want to be in this. Right? Regardless if we miss out on a trade or not. These are the conditions where people keep blowing accounts because they get stopped out and it ends up going in their direction. They try and enter again, and then they get stopped out again because we're consolidating and they want to go in the other direction and they think it's going to target this low, and then it fakes them out. It's like yesterday, dude. Same shit happened yesterday. But we didn't get the chance to put it to break even yesterday. So I swear though, if you wanted to do one more retrace, motherfucker, I'm mad at you. I don't like this shit though. I'd rather be out. Did you take that trade, Wing Wong? Or no? Look at this shit. Let's see if it ends up playing out. Let's see. Yeah. It's still a win, dude. Still a win. Look at, we would have been stopped out. We saved taking a bigger loss. Okay? Like, this was our entry. This was our original stop loss, right? If we kept our original stop loss and let it play out, we'd still probably be back up in profit right now. But let's be honest. We had our break-even level at a break-even level for a reason, right? Once it hit break-even, we could have went fully break-even. But then I ended up putting it above this high, giving it some room still in case you wanted to get stopped out. Secured one profit to let it run a little bit more. So we have a little bit more room to see if it wants to go to break-even and dump. But then it ends up coming all the way up almost to our full stop loss. We would have ended up losing more money if we just ended up keeping our stop loss even above this high where we had it at one point. Or even at this body high we had it at one point. Would have been stopped out. But again, like, look at this 5-minute. Look at this. Look at this. We don't like this. We don't want to trade this. And this is why we're going to take the rest of December off. Because of this shit. No, we don't, Pluto. No. If you're a scalper, maybe. But if you're trying to trade, like, if you're trying to find the overall trend for the day and you're trading smart money concepts, this is going to be your biggest enemy. I just passed that email and pull back. Again, if you could scalp this shit, I'm not saying it's wrong. If you're scalping, dude, and you're taking little scalps, like you top tick this, it's still a 60-point trade. Like if you top tick this shit too right here, and then end up taking profit at this low, it's 64 points. That's still a lot. But again, we're trying to, well, not we're, but the way I trade, we're trying to predict the overall move for the day, and we want clean price movement. We want to target draws and liquidity and just hit a big move, right? We don't want to just sit and chop, and we're not scalpers. We're trying to predict the overall trend for the day, and this isn't a trend. This is just consolidation. Time manipulation ASAP. I agree. Did we break structure to the downside on ES yet? Nope. And that's another reason why I managed that trade very tightly, because again, we're still bearish on the 5-minute on NASDAQ and we're bullish on ES. And we still have a 4-hour bearish SMT. We still have this 15-minute bearish fair value gap above. Hey, we ended up getting 11. We ended the week green, though. We ended the week green. I got legs today, too, man. It sucks. We ended the week green. How much of our loss did we get back yesterday? All right, we made it like No, never mind. It didn't do anything. At least we're up on the week. It's considered another green week. Look, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. seven green weeks in a row, but fuck this week. I got so cocky because I was at a 10K month, and then I ended up losing 3.6K on the last day of the fucking, or the second to last day of the month. Like a dumbass. But if it wasn't for that and we didn't trade, it would have been 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then when was my last losing month? I think September was. Yeah, September was my losing month. We got cooked in September. But August we did good. July, losing month. So July losing. August winning. So we had 2 losing months in the past 6 months. And then next year, we're going to be loading. It's going to say, right here next year, this is going to say 150,000. I'm calling it right now. It's going to say 150. A win somewhere. Hey, man, that was break even. That wasn't a win. Hey, we prevented a bigger loss, though. I mean, listen, guys, it's 10:30. We're in consolidation. This is dog water. This is dog water. Just based off of it. What up, Zeta? Hi, honey. We ended up taking a break-even trade. So you can relax for the day. But, guys, just off of a little bit of experience in the markets, again, if you're not scalping and you trade similar to the way I trade, you don't want to trade in market conditions like this, okay? What's happening? Hi, honey. I made $200, okay? $230. We're rich. That's it, though. I'm done trading for today. It's break even. No, but on a real note, though, you really don't want to trade this shit. Write that down in your notebook. You want to try and avoid days like that are consolidating like this and just save your accounts for a higher probability day. And just, again, we want to predict the overall move. We want to be in price action like this when it dumps. And we want to get in up here. Let's see if this comes up again. Ready? I'm done trading for today, though, guys. I'm gonna exit my broker, and then I'll wrap it up for December. We're gonna finish December 5.52K. Watch this. You're gonna watch me do it. I'm gonna make sure I'm exited out of all my position sizes. Schmack, and we're gonna X this baby out, and we're not gonna do what we did yesterday. All right, YouTube, I'll get this posted up because it is a break-even trade, but this is consolidation. I don't want to trade in this. We'll see if the overall bias was correct on the trade. But again, I'm going to stay out of this. Just for yesterday as an example, I lost the trade just like how I did today, basically, but we got break-even on it. And we had equal lows down below also, and we were consolidating like this. I ended up seeing a 5-minute fair value gap fill on NASDAQ, scaled down to the 1-minute time frame, saw a setup, and it ended up not even playing out, and it ended up retracing again for like the 5th time into the 15-minute fair value gap we had, if you want to go back and watch that trade recap or live trade yesterday. But again, rather stay out of price action like this. I don't think it's worth trading at all. We're just consolidating. If you even look, just look at the 5-minute and then look at the 1-minute. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Overall bias might be correct. First take profit might be about to hit, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. I think we managed the trade very well and prevented a bigger loss. Okay? Looks like first TP is about to hit. But peace out. That's going to wrap it up for me for December. I'm still going to trade live during the days that the market's open, but I won't be live tomorrow. I'll be live Friday, but I will be paper trading, and I'm going to be honest with that I'm going to be paper trading, okay? I just think that's the overall smart thing to do. I want to still be involved in the markets every day, but I'm not going to put my accounts at risk in December and the end of the year with price action like this, moving the way it is. And again, there we go. First TP schmack. So yeah, first TP schmack. We went break even. Okay. We remember the overall trade. The overall trade was here. This was the trade. First take profit, second take profit. That was our trade. Okay? Peace out.